This guy goes to a pharmacy. He sees a pharmacist and he says, hey, I got a date tonight. I got a hot date with 3 women. He goes, I need something special. Pharmacist reaches in the drawer and he pulls out a couple of pills and he says, this is like super Viagra. He goes, I'm going to take 1. The guy goes home, he takes all 3. The next morning the pharmacist comes to open up the store and the guy's waiting outside. He goes, what's the matter? He goes, come inside, I got to show you something. He goes inside, he unzips his pants, his dick's all black and blue, and he goes, I think I need some Bengay. And the pharmacist says, you can't put Bengay on that. He goes, no, for my arm. The girls didn't show up. His medical students working his way through school, and he goes down to the morgue and he works on cadavers just for practice. So he's in there one night and he pulls the sheet back on this guy and the guy's laying face down and there's a cork in his ass. The guy goes, what the hell is this? He pulls the cork out and he hears music. On the road again, can't wait to get on the road, puts it back in. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Pulls the cork back up, on the road again, can't wait to get on the road. He goes, this is bullshit. Puts it back in, he goes and gets the manager of the morgue. He goes, come here, you gotta see it. Brings him back in and he pulls the cork up. On the road again, can't wait to... The guy goes, shit, man, any asshole can do country. Ralphie, you gotta prompt me.
Do the other pharmacist joke.
Oh, the plywood?
You do that one or the about the kid?
Oh, a kid goes in the pharmacy and he says to the pharmacist, he goes, I needed to get some condoms. I've never bought any before. He goes, can you help me? And the pharmacist says, sure, come over here. He takes him over to a rack and he goes, here, this is a good brand here. He goes, try these. The guy goes, I might need like a dozen. I got a hot date. The pharmacist said, well, here, take these. He leaves, the kid goes home and the girl he's going to see that night says, he calls him up and says, hey, my family's having a big dinner tonight. I thought maybe before we go, you'd like to come over and do it. So he shows up a little bit late. The family's saying grace before the meal and the kid sits down and he's praying and everybody's done and he's still praying and the girl mentions him and says, geez, I didn't know you were so religious. He said, I didn't know your father was a pharmacist. Well, this guy goes, some of you guys heard this one before, but this guy goes into the pharmacy and he needs to buy some condoms and he's really nervous. So this good-looking pharmacist comes out behind the counter and now he's really frazzled and he says, can I help you? And he goes, I need some condoms. And she goes, oh, sure, sir. Do you know the size? He goes, you have to know the size. She said, well, how? Well, how do I know the size? So go around the corner here, there's a little curtain. Go in that curtain, there's a room in there, and you can figure out your size. So he's like, all right. So he goes around the corner, he goes in this little room, and there's a sheet of plywood up against the wall with 3 holes drilled in it. Small, medium, and large. So he tries the small, and he can't get in, and tries the medium, it's a little tight, so he goes to the large, and the girl's kind of looking around the corner, and she can see between the curtain and the wall. She's the guy going for the large. Well, she drilled the holes all the way through into the storeroom, so she runs around the back, drops her drawers, backs up against the large hole, the guy's going it down, finishes up, he comes back up, and she goes, well, sir, did you decide? He said, decide on what? And she goes, on the size of the condom. He goes, forget the condom, give me 3 sheets of that plywood.